Gunfire Reborn, the game that is kinda exploding on Steam right now. But weirdly enough, not a lot of people are talking about this small indie game. And in this video, we're going to be fixing that. I'm going to be giving you all the information that you need if you're interested in Gunfire Reborn, what this game is, what it does, and who is it for. And most importantly, whether it's worth it to buy for the price it asks or not. So without further ado, let's just get it started. But before that, as always, as every single one of my videos, I'm going to be giving you the answer right away to not waste your time. And I'm gonna tell you that Gunfire Reborn is actually quite worth your time and money. It's a $20 game that will give you quite a lot of gameplay. And if you enjoy roguelikes, you're gonna enjoy this game as well. But there are some small caveats that you need to know before you're gonna get into this game. So let me explain all of that. So what is Gunfire Reborn? Gunfire Reborn is a fast-paced, roguelike first-person shooter. And it blends elements of co-op gameplay, a first-person shooting, RPGs, and roguelike progression. And many people are comparing this to Borderlands. And I can understand where this comparison is coming from, but it's not fully that. While Borderlands is actually an RPG, this is a very linear roguelike. Entire game revolves all around the runs. So you go through the run, you complete the run, you gather all the resources, purchase some talents, understand how different perks and extensions work, become a little bit stronger, and go through the run again and again and again and again and again. This is how this game works. And people are comparing this to Borderlands because of more or less cel-shaded style and its focus on guns. And yeah, this game has a lot of different guns. And variety of those guns are pretty staggering. But if you're gonna compare this to Borderlands, yeah, it's nowhere near that. You don't have billions of different guns. Maybe you have somewhere up to 100. But yeah, all of those guns actually feel different and are actually quite amazing as well. And again, as I said, entire gameplay loop revolves around runs. Each level is procedurally generated, even though stages are actually not. You usually start from the same stage and then continue to the other stages, etc, etc. But levels are actually a bit different every time you play. You go through different parts of this level, enemies will spawn, you have to destroy those enemies, gather loot, get different guns, and then move on to the next part of the level, then to the next one, then to the next one, etc, etc, etc. It's rather straightforward. Where a game shines is in its perks and its difference of guns. Every time you find chests, you can unlock different type of perks. These perks can give you different type of elemental damage, or modify your existing damage, or add some kind of additional perks. Like for example, if you inflict an elemental damage on different enemies, when you kill them, they explode. And small things like that make every single run different. Because every time you're gonna be getting different perks, you will need to synergize this with the different weapons that you can get. And you can actually get up to 3 weapons depending on the characters. Because yeah, game actually has different characters. And each character also have 2 different powers. And these powers are kind of like additional skills that you can use. And like grenades or enemy freezing, like that you have on your first character. And what makes it stand out from other roguelikes is its addictive loop of combat and progression. Because players can choose from a roster of different characters, each with unique abilities, talents, and playstyles, you gain experience, unlock more characters, and collect weapons and scrolls that drastically change the way you play the game. And this creates high level of replayability, with no 2 runs being exactly the same. And the game is actually full with different type of weapon, learning from the traditional guns to bizarre, fantastical ones, each with unique properties and actual playstyles. And what's amazing and why people are comparing this to Borderlands is its co-op. Runs can be actually completed with up to 4 players. This makes it much more fast and much more interesting. But why do I think that it is worth buying? Overall, first, this is actually great value for the price. It's a relatively affordable game with a $20 full price, which very often goes on a sale, getting closer to 10 and sometimes even going lower than $10. And because game does not feature any additional microtransactions and paywalls except for maybe a few DLCs, the experience is kind of like a complete upon the purchase. Second reason, that it's actually endlessly replayable, like most roguelikes are. People are actually praising this game for its replayability, and roguelike formula combined with the random generation of levels, weapons, and enemy spawns keeps each run fresh. Another reason is perfect co-op fun. Gunfire Reborn actually shines as a co-op experience. Up to 4 players can team up, and synergy between different characters' abilities allows a lot of different creative strategies. And many players actually love this type of synergies, in addition to different synergies that they can create with their own characters. And don't get me wrong, playing solo is not boring either. And I think absolute majority of players are actually playing this game absolutely solo. And next reason is because it's challenging but fair. Difficult, this game actually scales nicely, offering the rewarding experience without feeling punishing. While the game can actually be difficult, it doesn't feel unfair, and the progression is constant even when you fail the run. Yes, even though sometimes it might feel unfair, it's usually because different type of enemies require different type of approach that you don't know at the beginning of your playtime. And next reason is because it has visually appealing and unique art style. It has very distinct cel-shaded art style, and it's been actually widely appreciated by the community, and I like it as well. Plus, because it's kind of based on Eastern mythology and it has some kind of Eastern characters, it also gives the game unique style. And it's actually actually quite beautiful because of that. And the last reason is, well, because other players actually love it. Game actually has very high, over 90% rating, meaning that players are thoroughly enjoying it. And it's not that only a few players actually playing it. It has 82,000 reviews, meaning that overall game is loved by mostly everyone. And what's most important, game actually has post-launch support and a new content. Game actually has a seasonal content adding different characters, weapons, stages, which enhances game's longevity. You're gonna find a lot of new things as you progress through the game, and you can also purchase additional DLCs that will unlock additional characters and additional things for you. Now, don't get me wrong, with the DLCs, I would not suggest you to jump in with the DLCs right away. Play the game, enjoy and unlock things that this game actually provides to you, and only after that focus on getting DLCs. Because yeah, DLCs adding the things at top of the game, it's not enhancing experience in the bottom of the game, or rather in the base game. It just adds more stuff. Overall, Gunfire Reborn is an amazing experience that everyone should have, especially if you like roguelikes and if you like PvE first-person shooters. Because yeah, this game is actually very fun, and it's also Steam Deck verified. And this video is sponsored by this channel's brand new sponsor, Instant Gaming. If you want to get best games for the cheapest prices, no matter it's on a PC, PlayStation, Xbox, or Nintendo consoles, and you don't want to wait for any sales, Instant Gaming is the way to go. And I also partnered with Instant Gaming for epic giveaway of any game of your choice in the description down below. So click the link in the description to take part in there. And also, every purchase that you make on Instant Gaming through my link will help the channel as well. So click the link in the description to get the best games for the best prices. Now back to the video. And if you like roguelike, you'll probably enjoy Risk of Rain 2, which I have a review of right here. And if you want to know about some underrated games that not a lot of people know about, you can watch my video about that right here as well. And don't forget to subscribe right here as well. And I'm gonna see you in the next one. Take care.